It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Bears and the Jets, and it comes your way next.
In the Northeast, a bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Big play there on the first play of the game. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Holiday. And this is going to be incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
McCann's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Throwing on 1st down, Bradley. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Bradley sliding out of the pocket. He's got him in. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Bradley. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback. This week. Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This is Montgomery. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to give it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Darrell Henderson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was all polished off by Darrell Henderson's touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go. And
he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. Oh, nice move. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response. He'll get this to Ward. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. That's Ward, complete right side. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Hunt. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, get a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. You know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so there's no surprise there.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line. In pregame, knees to the ground, shaking with those big behemoths.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. This fielded right at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Come on, line.
They push him back 8 yards and time on second down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Ward. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and the Bears take over. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching will remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL. I say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. They'll roll him out right. And that one almost intercepted. It's incomplete. He had space in front of him if he had held on, but instead it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Montgomery. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Off the option, here's Montgomery.
And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Bradley. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Let's go, let's go.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Off play action. Bradley. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The New York offense taking over for their next possession as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. So we reach halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's go.
Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Read option, here's Montgomery. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Rolling to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. A 10-play drive that time, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Got a man. That's Ward. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Off the play fake, Bradley. He finds his man, complete. That's Johnston. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To throw on 3rd down, Bradley. Man open is Robinson. And he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Montgomery. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Bradley got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Do this.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Holiday. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They don't want it.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. On 1st down, it's Hunt. He's dropped just inside the 20. A second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. They run again with Hunt. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd down and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a run with Montgomery. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're going to try the Jets sweep on 3rd and long. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Oh, no.
And that'll set them back 5. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Holiday. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Holiday. Finding Hunt. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. He's going to let it fly. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and you look back.